Yo, are we live up in here? Testing, 1, 2. What's everybody up to over there? I know it's probably doubling. You know what I mean? It's doubling. We got Facebook in the house. What's happening, everybody? You know what I mean? What is going on? We live. Y'all know I don't do this often. You know, we're a little bit fashionably late this evening, but can't seem to get it together on these live streams. But here I am, folks. What's everybody up to tonight before we kick off this topic? Because this has been hitting the airwaves today. You know what I mean? It's your favorite everything, GR Wisdom, coming at you tonight, guys. I'm trying to get your opinion because this restaurant stuff has been like a hot topic as of recently. You know what I mean? But before we jump into it, man, one time for the algorithm, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. I believe on Facebook, the call-in button is pinned in the chat, guys. So feel free to call in to give your thoughts on this. We're going to go over this list tonight. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Maz. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes in the building. Live from the NO. I take it. Let me shut this door real quick. Man, I've been all over the place, man. I'm trying to post everywhere. TikTok, Facebook. Now that I'm, good to go on Facebook now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like posting like everywhere. YouTube, I haven't been showing much love, but I'm here this evening. But hey guys, let me know let me know where we fellowshipping from tonight. Go ahead and in the comments, age, gender, sex, location, whatever have you. I want to know where everybody's checking in from tonight. You know what I mean? Before I share this screen and go over this, because I think obviously folks are just being trying to be comedic by having this list, basically. And some people had jokes. You know what I mean? The funny thing is, some women never get taken out on to dates anywhere. A lot of you ladies have never been. You have to take yourself, or a lot of some places you're like, we don't have that in my city. You know, Somebody said previously, she should be happy I'm taking her to Pound Town. You know what I mean? We'll give some shout outs before we get into it. So we got DC in the building, Yusuf Rahman, Massachusetts in the building, $200 dinners. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Champagne taste with Miller High Life budgets. I guess that's what you were trying to say. 803 live. So we got South Carolina in the building. Shout out to 803. We got Baltimore. What is it? The 51st state? Is that what y'all call it? Up there in Baltimore. Bodymore, Murderland. Kansas City. 50 female, Kansas City. And we got South Carolina in the building. Okay. Baltimore, Philly in the building. Durham, Cheesecake Factory, Arby's, Dallas, Texas, man. So, guys, y'all know this lady went viral recently about the Cheesecake Factory. Some lady, all the comments that I was reading on that video, a lot of you seen the comments. Some women would be ecstatic. They would be over the moon about going to Cheesecake Factory. And Cheesecake Factory, I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory since I lived in. Well, I live like 3 hours from Charlotte, I think. There's a Cheesecake Factory up there in Charlotte, and I just stopped there just to pick up a cheesecake when I was just in town. So that was it. And I think before then, the only time I actually sat in and ate at a cheesecake. Let me not mess up my words because I might end up saying cheese steak factory instead of cheesecake factory. Last time I was living in Washington State. I think that was Seattle. Yeah, I think that was Seattle, probably back in like 2011, maybe. It's the last time I ate there. But The thing is, right? You got a certain caliber of woman who feels like it may be beneath her. You know what I'm saying? And trying something like that is like below her pay grade. Now, when we get into the Burger Kings, because I saw one woman say that she was happy that a man took her to Burger King. You feel me? She was happy that a man took her to Burger King. You know. So I remember back when I was in high school, right? Applebee's was a big thing. You take a woman to Applebee's on a date now, and we only have one left in my city, and I think they're closing down a lot of Applebee's. But Applebee's was a late '90s, early 2000s. Applebee's was a big thing. What was it? Bennigan's? Y'all remember Bennigan's? I don't even know if Bennigan's is still up and running. Bennigan's was a big deal. What else you could take? Longhorn Steakhouse was a big deal. You know, you taking the ladies up in the Chili's, you was the man. You know, you was bowling back then. What was the name of that bread at Applebee's back in the day? Boboli bread? Boboli bread? Was that what it was called? Red Lobster? Obviously, yeah, you definitely was rich if you was going to Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying? So I heard Red Lobster. I'm about to make a guest appearance in Red Lobster here shortly. I meant to post something the other day. Somebody made a post saying they got uh crab was it Tuesday, Thursday night? A lot of y'all eat there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They got the crab legs, the Casamigo margaritas, and something else going on every Tuesday or Thursday. I was like, look at this. Western Sizzling, that's another one. You take them to Western Sizzling, Sizzlers. Back in there was one in Sizzlers. Last time I've been to a Sizzlers was in Barstow. I think that's the last Quincy's. I don't know if y'all remember Quincy's. Maybe that was a South Carolina thing. But Sizzlers, man, and you take a woman just be happy to eat, man. You know, now buffets are kind of like aren't what they used to. You know, they got the Golden Corrals. That's just for old ladies if you dating 60 and up. But now these 60-something-year-old women want to be wined and dined. They want to have brunch and all this stuff. They don't want to go to Golden Corral where all the old heads is at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this list and get you guys thoughts on it. You know, and I'm gonna give my rating because I don't know if they were rating it or they were just listing it up. But just I'm gonna pull it up here and we're gonna delve into this list here. Let's see. Try to wow. I don't even think that's big. Can you guys see that? I can't even see that, so I know you guys can't see that. Sheesh. I might have to upload this in the whatchamacallit, man. Matter of fact, y'all don't need to see my face, do you? This goes to show you how often I'm live, right? You know, trying to blow this thing all the way up. They got one with just a slideshow. There we go. Can you guys see that? Hit one if you guys can read that. I don't need y'all seeing any of my. I don't have nothing, that I need to be hiding there because it's already too late now. It's a little small. So you guys can read it. Yo, you guys can read it. Okay, cool. So for you who said it was small, get your glasses or work with me here or just listen. How they say to old folks, if you can't see, just listen. You know what I mean? Just listen, you'll be fine. Okay, JR Wisdom. I don't see anybody on Facebook, man. What's going on with my Facebook? You check on my Facebook tonight. I only got 6 people on Facebook tonight. Okay. Whatever. That's cool. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Ride the attention train. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, let's get back to it. I was just checking my Facebook to see who was all on there. Okay, community. So the first one you guys see here, man, we got Cheesecake Factory #1. I think we already know my thoughts on that, guys. Fellas, I always say if you're taking a woman out on a date, you take a woman, you can ask her opinion, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just trying to live outside of your means and your budget and things like that. There's a clip that I had about a guy that did that, and you take these ladies out knowing you can't afford it and you spending your weekly pay at a restaurant, you know what I mean? No, I don't. I have a Discord, but we're gonna get all that stuff together, man. I'm kind of behind on all this stuff, man. But you take a woman where you're comfortable or what you like. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should be doing. You should be taking a woman to places that you like, right? It shouldn't be about, okay, she wants to go to the finest restaurants and things like that. She wants to go to a Morton's steakhouse. Not that Morton's is all that to me. I wasn't too impressed with Morton's personally. You feel me? But you got that Cheesecake Factory on there. You got Applebee's. I already talked about Applebee's, right? So I don't see what the big deal is. You know what I mean? Now, me personally, I don't eat at Applebee's. So I wouldn't advise you to take a woman out to a place that you wouldn't normally eat at. Unless she just it's a special request. You got you a country girl that never been to Applebee's before. You know what I'm saying? Then by all means, if she's been wanting to eat there all her life, take her out there. You know what I'm saying? Show her a good time. You know what I mean? Are you only supposed to take her out once or twice? I don't know. That's kind of a strange question. How many people we got up in here, man? Did y'all hit that like button? 76 watching. It should be 100 likes. Shout out to the mods in the building. Let's run it up. We need to get it 100 likes on this video. Y'all know I don't go live. Quit playing with me. I'm something like a big deal. Quit playing. So you know, take her where a place that you like. If you like tacos, take her to get some tacos, man. I've never met a woman yet that doesn't like tacos, even if she's a vegan. You know what I'm saying? She can get some vegan tacos, but we gonna get on to that anyway. And I haven't even looked at this list. I just posted it earlier. So Applebee's and Chili's, they kind of go together. So you got Chili's, same type of time as Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? So Papa Dough, shout out to Papa Dough, man. Definitely do that. But we gonna get to that. Papa Dough's not on here because that's more of a southern thing. You know what I mean? So I guess they're trying to hit all the major chains that you may know about. So Chili's, same type of time. You know what I'm saying? If it's something quick and you like Chili's and she thinks that you're not cultured enough because you're going to Chili's. When you go overseas to different countries, man, they love Applebee's and Chili's, man. That's where they have wedding parties at. I might be stretching it with that, but y'all know what I mean. You know. And they have a different type of menu anyway. So Chipotle, I mean, I think Chipotle is okay, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a decent spot. It's a good place to link for lunch or something. I don't see anything wrong with that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna let me get back on here because this shit is like super small. I'm sitting up here talking. You can't say that. Trying to clarify if this is just for a first date. Yeah, it says first date on there. You see it? It says group of ladies make a list of places men shouldn't take them on the first date. So this is the first date. I know you probably was listening to my voice, but I got you. Yeah. Yo, why does this thing disappear whenever I share something, man? Take it wherever you like. Okay. So the next one is Olive Garden. So Olive Garden, that's another one. Back in the day, you have a nice young lady, you take her to Olive Garden, she would be thrilled and brag about it to everybody, right? She would definitely be ready to go. She on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? The endless breadsticks and salad. Obviously the Alfredo was the go-to for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely the go-to. The Alfredo and some scrimps and the bruschetta. and all that stuff. If a woman likes you, man, she doesn't really care at the end of the day. If a woman really likes you, if she's that vain or that shallow that she gets turned off by where you take her to eat at, you know what I mean? I don't know. Is it stupid to still ask why isn't a date a time when you get to know each other? JR question. Is it stupid to still ask why isn't a date a time when you get to know each other? Because man, it's about the theatrics, man. It's about the display. It's about this. It's an interview, but it's like an interview to I mean, it depends on the type of woman you're dealing with, man. But it's a woman likes to be shown off. A woman likes to be pretty. If you ever been in a relationship with a woman, not saying all women are like that, because maybe I don't want to say train, but maybe she knows not that you're not the type of dude that's gonna take her on a date, so she never asks. But every feminine woman wants to get dolled up and cute and pretty and be seen. You know what I mean? And wants other people to see her. You know what I mean? So yeah, getting to know you is cool, but she still wants to be seen. Shout out to Jacob for the super chat. Take her wherever you like. Pookie gonna give her weed. This is true. Lawrence Seals. JR, these chicks will request you to take them places they can't afford on their own their own while the guy they actually smashing takes them nowhere. I constantly say that. You are spot on there, Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? I have a thing for those who've been, watching the channel for a while. It's called the Tyrone effect, right? The Tyrone effect is what you just described, Lawrence. And those of you who've been watching the, vintage GR Wisdom, I used to cover and I coined it. I used to cover the Tyrone effect all the time. You know, Tyrone's not doing any of that. Tyrone is basically getting the best of her, and you're getting the least of her. So, no offense, ladies. I'm just saying, and you know that's true. You have to, and I see you, Calvin. I'm about to bring you on, brother. You haven't qualified when it comes to this restaurant stuff. You haven't qualified yourself, and I don't mean monetarily. It doesn't have to be monetarily, but in order for a woman to treat you a certain way, you have to qualify yourself in her eyes. Pookie, Tyrone, whoever, he's already qualified. So he doesn't have to do any of that stuff. He doesn't have to do the upkeep because he never did it in the beginning. You know what I mean? She desires for you to be she desires for Pookie to be you, right? And here's the Tyrone effect. Excuse me. Let me get back to Tyrone. She desires for Tyrone to be you, right? But if Tyrone becomes you, he would cease to be Tyrone. Does that make sense? I know it's common sense what I just said. It sounded stupid. But yeah, he would cease to be the man that she wants, that she's into. As Carlos Miller eloquently said, she wants a man that can fight, that can draw, that knows martial arts, that can direct movies. He sells a little weed on the side. You know what I'm saying? He's the life of the party. He's emotionally available. And he can put her in her place at command. And also likes kids and all these other things. So, but once a man starts doing that stuff, he ceases to become what she's attracted to. But anyway, I'm gonna get one more. We're gonna bring on the big boss here in a second. Man, let me get this, man. I'm tired of being a little man in the screen. So you can't take her to the movies. That's common sense. You don't take a woman to the movies on the first date. I've had a lot of people argue with me about that. Gerard, why can't I take a woman to the movies on the first date? Why can't I? How much talking are you doing during the movies? You whispering back and forth or whatever, and then some of you might get cute. Well, Gerard, doesn't have to be a movie theater. We can go outside. Got you, man. I hear you. You can't really get to know a woman sitting in a dark movie theater. You know what I mean? It's not a good place to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've actually been in the movie theater with guys who you can tell that it's the first date that they're on with a woman, and some women that want to do that, I guess, hey man, but that's not how you get that. That's not where an interview is conducted. You don't conduct the interview in a movie theater. Anyway, movie theater is the warm up, you know. Big boss, talk to me, player. What's happening with you?
Hey man, I'm just working out in these streets, on these NC streets.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Oh, it's always a great topic, brother. It's always a great topic. The whole dinner. Let me say this, guys. I love dinner dates, and I mean it. I don't believe in dinner dates. Y'all can do what you want to do. Y'all still gonna do what you want to do and screw up with some of y'all. But I don't believe in dinner dates. I don't believe in the whole thing. To me, if I'm dating for the purpose of marriage, here's the thing: you have to have a purpose while you're dating. Now, the problem is, a lot of you guys, you probably not, and I'm not to be braggadocious. You're not like me. I'm afraid of what I want, and it's better to be honest. You just might just shoot your shot, and if she ain't with it. She ain't with it, and she can get to stepping like Martin Lawrence.
Well, you don't believe you mean you don't believe in dinner dates for the first date?
No.
Just in general.
No. If you're trying to get to know somebody, JR, and if you're trying to get to know somebody for sure, you really have to be in a public but private setting. How I don't want to see nobody. You got to be all self-conscious, and some of these people got bad table manners, man. Some of these chicks got bad table manners, man, and it's like I don't want to see that right off the cuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, if I'm trying to get to know you, how can I know you? I only eat with people I know. I go by that rule. I eat with people I know, and that's the thing. Okay. It's like people said in the chat, they got a different set of rules for certain guys. Obviously,
right.
My thing is, if you're trying to get to know the woman with the purpose, whatever your purpose is, but I believe you date to marry. But whatever your purpose is, if you want to smash, cook them cheeks, rub them soles, and whatever kink you got, you just got to be real about it. You got to be real honest about it. And you're better off just being honest about it, honest with your intention. Now, here's my rule. Now, have I went to the Cheesecake Factory? Yes, I have. And we split the bill. Now, that was my idea, but we worked on it. But you got to be honest. Now, here's the thing with my whole critique about Amazon Shirley. Okay. And the dusty of the dusty sprinkles. Oh my God! I'm like, come on, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, she ain't going nowhere like that. She got the guy. Probably has children out the body count. They ain't doing that. She's attracted to you. There's no let's take it slow. Not everyone's the same, but there's no taking it slow. Let me get to know you. No. The first 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, she knows what she want to do with you.
Right.
That's the thing you gotta understand. She knows what she wants to do with you. Mm-hmm. And if you're not the first 10 seconds, if you ain't it, then she has all these ridiculous, delusional requirements.
Got you.
That's what I noticed in my 40 years. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the whole taking woman out, I'm going to say no. I'd rather sit outside the bistro and talk. If I'm trying to get to know you, or whatever the intention, but really know you for sure, then I'd rather be in a private setting. Even you could be sitting in my car or her car. Mm-hmm. And we just talk. We just vibe. We cuddle. We still gonna cuddle. That's how you know. Now, here's the thing. If you're doing a date, I say, it depends on the circumstances, how many times we talk or we've been talking. My thing, have her cook. I know that's a long shot with the modern female and the modern hustlers.
Right.
I said, you cook your thing, cook dish. I buy the groceries. We vibe like that. But I had somebody talk about, trying to shame me on Facebook today, and I said, I'll go out with you. You pay for yours, and you pay for mine, and I'll go out with you.
I hear you,
Or
man.
I said this, I said, ma'am, and I had to take out the Kevin whip, the Kevin whip. I said, you're extra average. You're really D minus extra average at best.
Yeah.
And they looking. You need to put some lotion on them PTs, on them
I
piggies.
hear
That
you.
is. I said, it ain't that serious. You know, I can't take you seriously. And I don't mean to be mean, but you gotta let them know. And my
Yeah.
thing is, I said this in other panels. Well, if my thing is, if I'm going to do all that, we can have a night. We can get it in. See
Right.
that, but you see, and now a lot of guys got mad at me. I'm saying this. This is a. I was doing the crap test. See, I got my test, and she failed. A lot
Yeah.
of times you got to have your own test. And my thing is, the guys were trying to argue with me. I said, "Come on, man." I said, "So where's your woman on these apps? Where's your
I
woman?
hear you.
Where's
Yeah, I hear
your
you,
woman?"
Calvin. I got some more callers though, brother. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
appreciate you calling in though. You know
I
what I'm
got to drop
saying?
off the door, but it's my pleasure always talking to you. I got to
Yeah.
drop off the door real quick. But great show.
Yeah. Make that money, player. Yeah.
All right.
All right, later. Shout out to the big boss there once again, chiming in. He said, see, we got ABL in the building. Shout out to ABL. Um, he said that he doesn't believe in dinners. And I can dig it. It's just become, one of those socially expected things that you should be doing in terms of courtship or smash ship or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? So, hey, but before we get into the next call, because I want to get through this list real quick. I see we got a couple callers here. I'm gonna bring you in here shortly. So the next one was your house. Just depends on who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, if you're like that and you just say, hey, I'm a homebody. You know what I'm saying? And this is what a lot of the pickup artists, they'll use this line, hey, why don't you come over? I'll cook some spaghetti. You know what I mean? That's a common one you hear, but hey man, nothing wrong with that. Can you share a similar scenario that you may have experienced as far as what? Please expound. Um, any fast food chain. Nothing wrong with wings, burgers. B Dubs. B Dubs used to be the spot, man. Nothing wrong with B Dubs, even though their wings is trash. Wingstop, you know what I'm saying? These are cool places. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. If it's on the go, you might have met this woman. You ever do a quick date? One of those quick dates, right? Where you just see a woman out and about, like, or you're at an event. Hey, what are you doing right now? I feel like getting some wings. Like, you feel like getting a burger and fries? Let's do it. We got a spot over here. Bam. Quick date just like that, man. Spontaneity is a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And a date doesn't always have to mean that you're, you know, dressed up. You could be dressed down and go somewhere. It can be a quick date. Hey, what are you doing? See her at the see her at Walmart, whatever place out and about at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get some bubble tea. Let's go get some wings. What's happening? Something quick like that. Red Lobster. We already talked about Red Lobster. A buffet, I mean, back in the day, man, y'all moms wasn't this picky. So if you took we got Ryan's down here. You know what I'm saying? Take him to Ryan's. I already mentioned the Golden Corral and all that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll go ahead and bring in the next caller here. But before we do, hit that like button. We got 89 people watching, 76 likes. It should be 100 likes in here. If you're on Facebook, you should be hitting that like button as well. Quit playing with me. Go ahead and run it up to 100. Stop being stingy. Yeah, Whole Foods is a good one for sure. You take her to Whole Foods. Take her to Whole Foods, man. I mean, I'm impressed with Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? Just grab a, hit the buffet, hit the salad buffet at Whole Foods or whatever. Ordered a fillet. Told him butterfly. She'll love it. She used to soda and nuggets. Don't let a girl that's used to soda and nuggets try to tell you that you should be getting her a filet mignon. You know what I'm saying? If she used to soda and nuggets, but wants you to get her a filet mignon, nah. I'm waiting for the but JR. It's not filet mignon. You guys, I believe a lot of y'all are bots. You know what I'm saying? JR, it's not a filet mignon. All right. We hit it yet? We got 87. I'll let y'all slide. We can go ahead and bring on the next caller. Mr. Payne, talk to me. How you doing, sir?
Hey man, how you doing, man? It's been a while.
Greatest day for sure. Where you calling in from?
I'm in New Jersey. I've called in before.
Yeah. I'm just, were you the one talking about we was talking about slavery?
I don't know, maybe. I'm not talking about everything.
It was an old dude from New Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you him. I don't think it was me.
Yeah.
I talk about relationships and stuff. This one is interesting. I think we don't really set the baseline, right? Because there's a distinct difference between dating and courting.
For sure.
And I think a lot of people use that interchangeably. Now, if I'm a dating woman, it just depends on how much I like her, right? Yeah, and listen, I'm an old dude, right? And a lot of guys today, they think I'm crazy. Because the way I look at it, and this is what I did when I was 19 years old, I always had a budget for dating. I'm talking about who I wanted to smash and who I didn't want to smash.
Right.
And it was never one size fits all. Right? There's some ladies that you're just trying to get some buns from, and then there's some ladies that you might like a little better. So, the date would be a little bit more elaborate. But, I like to go out to eat.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind having company. The newfangled guys, they're worried about being put in like the Rolodex as foodie dates, right?
Right.
And I don't blame them. But like if you have
now tell the young guys who don't know what the Rolodex is. Tell them what that is now. You went a little bit too. You went before the black book. That's before the black book right there.
The black book on the phone that's foodie dates. Yeah, right. You in the phone, your pictures by the word foodie. And there's some guys like that. So I understand, a lot of guys being upset going on dates, but you never let a woman dictate where you're going to take her.
Right.
Never. I mean, that's why this whole discussion is crazy. Because to me, if a woman says you got a restaurant picked out and she gives you the kind of shit that the cheesecake lady gave you, the date's over.
Absolutely.
Forget about the conversation, man. And that's where guys go wrong. The guys want buns so bad that they take too much bullshit from the women. I'm sorry, curse, but forget that, man. There's so many women out there. I mean, you don't have to be the most prolific guy, but you don't have to take that kind of crap, man. If a woman don't want to go with you, where you going? Forget it.
Facts.
I mean, and it's as simple as that. But if you're courting a woman, I would say that, let's say courting, right? You have an intention of finding somebody you might want to marry. Then all that stuff about worrying about dating should be off, because you talked to this woman on the phone 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
So who cares where you go? I wouldn't go to a $500 restaurant because I don't normally go there.
Absolutely.
See, like if you never normally go to high expensive restaurants, you don't change that up for no chick.
Yep.
That's what I try to tell these guys. She's going to where you like to go.
Absolutely.
And it's as simple as that, man. And, if you keep your because I'm a little older, and guys think, oh, women have changed. They only changed because men allowed it to, right? They're still the same. You got to be moving like you have some kind of balls, and that's what I try to tell. I mean, women, the nature of women haven't really changed. Just the tools that are used, like internet and stuff, and abused have changed, right? So they think they can get away with more because of all that attention they get. But what does that have to do with you?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't compete. I don't compete with the internet.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. So if this chick likes you, she's gonna let you do anything you plan on doing. Everybody knows that. If a woman likes you, then you don't have no problem at all because she likes you.
Yep.
Right? You're the guy who understands that one guy can go up to a woman and say hello, and she could throw up a little bit in the back of her throat, and the guy that she's interested in says the same thing, and all of a sudden she want to give him the drawers.
Yep.
Same words, same thing. So women are like that, man. They know if they want to smash you right away.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell these guys, if you're intentional about life, right? Let's just say you're a regular working guy. You don't have to be making a lot of money. Say you make 50 grand, 60 grand a year. You budget everything else. How much you gonna pay on a light, gas, for a car? You say, listen, I'm a budget. Let's just say I budget $500 for dating, just for entertainment.
Right.
So if you do that, that means that if you had to spend $100 on a woman, and let's just say it doesn't go anywhere, you really don't give a shit because you already budgeted. It's some cost. You just move on.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't blow $500 just on a chick. You don't just blow your whole budget, whatever your budget might be. So, and then you replenish it every month. That's your entertainment money, your discretionary money. But you should put balance on it.
Right.
And I just think a lot of guys just make things more complicated than because they get caught up in these YouTube spaces and they hear all kinds of shit, man. Just be a man.
Yeah. They get
and stand on it.
Right.
And that's all I really have to say. Understanding what you're doing. If you're dating to try to get laid, you should know whether a woman wants to give you something after the very first date. And if you can't get past, first base, you don't spend no more money on that chick.
Right.
And then you shouldn't be spending a lot in the first place. But it's got to be something you like to do. If you like going out to dinner, what's wrong with having a honey across from you?
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I'm old-fashioned, brother. I can't have women spend. This is me. I'm never going to tell any other man to do that. But I don't even let my wife pay for my dinners. I can't. Mm-hmm. I don't want no waiter coming up to my table and taking the card from the woman. I feel awkward, man.
Right.
And, let me leave it at that because I know the newfangled guys say, man, this guy's a mark.
Yeah.
They say, but let me tell you, man, I can count on one hand where I felt like it was a foodie date for a chick.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been on this earth for a long time. I've been married for a long time. So, but even in the old days, man, when dinner was like $1.99.
Right.
Yeah. But anyhow, man, I just want to leave it there. Guys, understand the difference between dating and courting a woman for something intentional.
Right.
And then you don't treat those two things the same, and then you won't have that much trouble. And listen, if you budget for a date, then who gives a shit if you paid $100 for this chick? If you get to second or third base, now maybe she's worth another $100 at some other point, right? But if you can't get past go, she's playing you.
Right.
You just know it. So you got to just have your feelers over and don't go no place real loud. You can't take them to the movies like you said. It's got to be a place where you get some interchange. And if all she's doing is sucking down oysters, she ain't one for you either. If she's on the phone and she ain't talking to you and she's just eating and ordering and Billy looking at you, that's not a good day.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's it, man. I don't have anything more, but other than that. But it's a good topic, though.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, Mr. Payne.
Yeah, man. Thank you a lot, man.
Have a good night.
I'm glad to see you, man. I haven't been on your channel for a while, so it's cool.
Indeed. I appreciate you tuning in.
Yep. Keep rolling.
Have a good night. See, that's how you land the plane, folks. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's gonna be calling in, that's how you land the plane. You know what I'm saying? We got some more callers here. You know what I mean? He hit on something that I wanted to just briefly talk about, which is when you all this asking and all these things, you should be, a woman is looking to a man for leadership. You shouldn't be looking to her to decide, so where do you want to go, babe? So, just let me know where you want to go. I'll take you there. You know what I'm saying? No, this is what's going to happen. A woman likes a man with a plan. She don't like to be doing all that thinking and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She wants to have everything rolled out for her already. You know what I mean? You paying for it. You got this decided. A woman wants to feel like a VIP. Like you got an itinerary set up for her. You know what I'm saying? But she don't got to do too much thinking. You just tell her what she needs to wear and show up or whatever. In that case, you know what I mean? But you don't need to be like asking her what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? That turns a woman off. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just have a plan, guys. You know what I'm saying? You're the man. You're supposed to be leading. She's supposed to be following your lead. And that's how it should go. So dating, courting, stay off the phone, all that talking. If you're dating, definitely stay off the phone until you get to the point where you're courting. And if you're in a relationship and all that stuff, then you can be on the phone, but not so much. You know what I mean? So that's what the face to face is for. You know what I mean? Where we at with these likes though? I got a feeling y'all being stingy. We still ain't hit 100. Y'all being super stingy. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. You know what I mean? Quit playing with me. We should have already had well over 100 by now. How long we been on this thing? I don't know why the clock ain't even showing up on here. For some reason tonight, why my I don't know why this thing does this sometimes. Probably because I got the extra screen on here. Let me go ahead and remove this screen. And I'm gonna just go off of it. Stop screen. There we go. We got 101 people in here now. 8 reactions, 41 minutes on here. 104 likes. There you go. Stop being cheap. Stop being stingy. 40 minutes. You know, mods, y'all do y'all thing. Before I bring on the next caller here, I'm just going to run through these here. So we left off on Red Lobster, Buffet, IHOP. Definitely do IHOP if you meet a woman at a after hour spot, a bar. If you got, sorry to all you guys on the West Coast that don't have Waffle House, so you stuck with Denny's or IHOP, unfortunately. Hey, that's a date right there. Follow me. You know what I'm saying? And you may be able to, continue on from there. But that's if you feel like it's worth it. Denny's is right after that. So they put IHOP and Denny's together. Somebody put church. Y'all have a chicken wing dinner at church on Sunday. So I can understand that. A wing dinner or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. Having a date at church. Starbucks is always good. You know what I mean? Starbucks is the preferred. We get this coffee and we're going to keep it moving. Even if you don't drink coffee, get you a chai tea, keep it moving, man. Or something else like that. Coffee dates, we know that's a go-to. They playing like that. Ice cream is real sexy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you out and about, you can just go get ice cream. Have a little scenic view or whatever, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This is crazy. Family functions. Yeah, let's bring on Mr. Doug here. See the comments here.
Mr. Doug. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
What's going on, man? What's going on? Twin, right?
Yeah, You know what? I'm going to clear this up for you because I don't think that you believe that I have a twin. Let me show you real quick.
No, I know you're not wearing glasses, right? Both of y'all wear glasses, right?
I don't know if you can see.
Hold on, let me zoom in. Wait up. Hold on a second.
Can you see?
Yeah, I think that's a Photoshop, but I feel you. Go ahead.
Anyway, so it's funny because I waited tables all the way through undergrad and grad school, right?
Right.
And I waited tables at the Cheesecake Factory for 3 years. And the only reason why that place exists is because first dates on Fridays, Saturdays, women doing brunch on Sundays, and then husbands getting drugged to that place. Because women, the reason why the Cheesecake Factory exists is because women like to tell all their friends on Monday morning that they went to the Cheesecake Factory on the weekend. Oh my God, I went to the Cheesecake Factory. And all their friends are like, oh my God, you went to the Cheesecake Factory? That's the only reason why that place exists. And first dates included. So I don't know what that lady was talking about. I can't go to the Cheesecake Factory. Women, it's like a kind of a badge of honor in places besides like Miami and stuff. But in regular cities, it's still like a badge of honor to be brought to the Cheesecake Factory as a woman, I think.
Yeah. You worked at the one in Seattle?
In Vegas.
In Vegas? Okay. Well, you lived in Seattle though, right?
I'm from Seattle.
You're from Seattle, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So there's one at the Green Valley Ranch Casino in Henderson, Nevada. I worked there when I was an undergrad. But the last guy took the words out of my mouth. Guys, you have to budget for this stuff. If you want to date, you have to put the disposable, emotional, monetary, mental, physical resources to be able to date. It's part of the burden of being a man. Now, I live outside the DMV area right now, and I'm not really looking to be with a woman, but there is a really good restaurant scene here, and I ain't eating by myself.
Yeah.
So I will. You know, it's funny. You could actually work on your pickup game, because approach a woman in public and ask her to dinner just with the intent of taking her out to dinner. A lot of times, even when it goes well, I don't want to be bothered afterwards. So I've had women where the dinner went really, really well, then I just don't call them afterwards because I just wanted to go to that restaurant and I didn't want to go by myself. So I've had women call me up, what happened? It's like, I just wanted to go to this restaurant and like talk to somebody.
Well, let me ask you this, Doug. Why didn't you just, I mean, I wouldn't say most restaurants or nice restaurants, but there are a ton of nice restaurants that have a bar, but you just went to sit at the table, or community as it's known, I guess now it's called community seating or community tables. You just didn't want to get into all that, or what?
Oh, so you're not gonna like go to the bar and just sit and just talk to the bartender?
Not talk to the bartender. You get you some food, get you whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because you said you just wanted to go, but you didn't want to go by yourself.
Yeah.
So why not go to like a bar, or like at the bar or community table? You just wanted to sit at a table with a pretty young thing?
Yeah. With a pretty woman. And honestly, it kind of helps you keep the pulse, keep your finger on the pulse of this whole dating thing, and like, are these theories on channels like yours and others, are they actually true? You get to find out. For, you know, all it takes is what, like $80, and you get to see if all this stuff is really true. And a lot of times it is.
These theories, yeah, they tend to be true. Okay. So that's what you do
and like, I don't really drink either. I don't drink, so like I don't go to bars normally.
You don't have to drink at the bar, man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to drink at the bar. That's what it's for. For the bar, in my opinion, and this is what I tell my ladies who book sessions and men as well, but mostly women book with me, strangely enough, just to get into this dating thing.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them, in terms of safety or whatever, you don't want to go out with your girl, or your girlfriends don't want to go out with you. And fellas as well, that's the best place to go at, because everybody's there for that same exact reason. They either don't have someone to eat with, they want to socialize. You can meet cool people at a bar, and most restaurants, and even on the upper echelon or the nicer side of things, they do have a bar. Doesn't mean you have to drink. You can get you some water or any other like virgin cocktail or whatever have you, some juice. It doesn't mean you have to drink because you're at the bar. But I understand what you're saying.
And then for me, guys, I'm telling you, try just asking a girl out just for dinner and nothing else. Because if you're not focused on like trying to get laid, especially if you set that, like the last guy said, if you have like an entertainment budget, you kind of have a different energy to you. Understand what I'm saying? Like I said before, I have a couple of dates that went really, really well, but I just don't want to be bothered. And women will be like, that date went really well. Like, why is he not calling me? What's going on? Yeah. So, but yeah, I have a monthly budget, and a lot of the young guys I talk to, I hate when they take a girl on a date and nothing happens. They get all mad, like, oh, I spent all that money on a woman. Like, don't part with anything that you can't part with. And I never do. So, but yeah, I'm just to that point, kind of like the last guy, where dinner's a lot better with an attractive woman, and I don't go into it with any kind of expectations for sex or anything like that. I mean, if she's brazen about it, because I've had a couple times where she wants to go for it and she makes it blatantly obvious, well then go for it. But I'm to the point now where I don't, and it's really helped my pickup game, because I only approach women for dinner, and that's it.
Right. So for the fellas who want to know your secret sauce, what's the sauce? Because you giving a generalization, right? I approach women and just ask them to dinner. What's your approach? How do you do it for the fellas that want to know? So that may be kind of shy and just want to know. Okay, no strings attached. I can do this confidently. What's your secret sauce?
Okay, so I have to make things short and sweet because I have a stutter. And when I get nervous, it comes out really, really quick. So if I keep it quick and concise, it doesn't come out. So I don't do it long-winded, really.
Right.
I'll walk up to a woman and like it has to be a public setting, and it has to be a place like I don't do coffee shops. I still do good old Barnes and Noble.
Right.
If you see a woman looking for a book in Barnes and Noble in a section of book that you like to read, and you guys have to, read some books, dudes. You know what I'm saying? Barnes and Noble is a good one. What's another one?
Walmart.
Nah, man, I don't do. I do like a lot of activities. So like, I do bar trivia, and whenever I see like a new new teams rotate in and out. So if we're all doing like an activity, I'll make sure somewhere during the activity, I'll make myself known to the girl, say hi. I don't know. I just have ways to kind of.
Come on, Dave, man. Let us know the secret sauce. You dancing?
Okay.
We want to do it. We want to know how you do it.
Once you meet the woman, give her a good compliment. Look her in the eye and give her a nice compliment. One that she doesn't normally hear. So like, look her up and down and say something about,
Come on, give us an example, Doug. Come on.
So like, don't talk about her hair. Don't talk about her eyes. Talk about something like kind of like below her neck, but not anything. So I guess how am I gonna put it here?
Her necklace, her blouse.
Yes, or like the colors of her blouse or something like that. Yeah, if she smells good, yeah. If she has a nice ensemble, like you can say that she's kind of well put together, but like something like that. And then I usually go in, give her a compliment, ask her if she's local and if she wants to get dinner sometime.
Just like that.
Like 7 to 10 minutes or less, and that's it. Boom, get out. Ask her for her number and see if she wants to get dinner. Be quick and concise. Don't end up talking yourself out of it.
7 minutes.
Just say, hey, look, I just
want
to take you to dinner, because once again, if I talk too long, I start getting nervous, my stutter comes out. So like before, I get in there, I try and think of the most unconventional compliment that she hasn't heard. So I kind of look her up and down. I give her a compliment, ask her name, see if she's local, to talk about a book or two, and then get her number, ask her say that you want to get her number for dinner. Don't just get her number. I'll randomly call you. Say, I want to take you to dinner sometime. What's your number? Tell her you want to take her to dinner. And then get her number. Don't just say, I'm going to call you sometime. And make sure to give her a time. Say, hey, look, this Friday, don't ask her, what are you doing this weekend? Say, this Friday at 7:00, I want to take you to dinner. Don't do this whole, when are you available? No, say Friday, you and I are going to dinner. Give me your phone number. Boom, there you go. And then get out, duck out.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, if I talk too much, my stutter comes out, or like I'll say something and I'll talk myself out of it. So I got to get in there 7 to 8 minutes and then duck out.
So before you get out of here, Doug, how many times has a woman like screamed on you or went off on you or insulted you when you've done that?
I've never, the only time I've had a woman kind of act strange is if it's like on the street. Like if it's on the sidewalk, guys, don't pick up women. Don't see a woman walking down the sidewalk, because that's where she's most likely gonna act up. And it wasn't really like, oh my God. It's like I said, hey, and she like looked at me like, because I'm 6'3", 235 pounds. Maybe, and it was a black woman too. But I think women, when they're walking down the road, they don't want to be bothered. So it has to be indoors in a place somewhere. But don't approach women on the street. Don't do it, because that's where they're most likely to feel unsafe by you approaching. In my experience, the one time I had a woman look me up and down, kind of afraid for her life, was when she was walking down the sidewalk, looking at her phone or something like that. I said hello, and then she looks up and she's like, whoa. So yeah, if you keep it indoors, you're fine.
Yeah, I hear you,
So,
man.
but yeah, and then JR, have you been to the cheesecake factory? What's your favorite cheesecake?
Bro, literally, like I said, I don't know how long you've been on here, but the last time I've been, but I'll tell you my favorite cheesecake. Um, but I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory enough to know the variations that they have.
I know all of them, bro. I worked there 3 years.
Yeah, other than what they sell at Walmart, because obviously they sell the Cheesecake Factory cheesecakes at Walmart. But no, I just like plain New York cheesecake, bro. That's the one I'm with, or I'll go with a mousse or mousse, whatever you want to call it, chocolate cheesecake or something like that. But I'm just a traditional, New York cheesecake, man. So
They had the white chocolate peanut butter truffle cheesecake. It had
right.
it had a graham cracker crust. It had cheesecake. It had white chocolate peanut butter. It had peanut butter with white chocolate little strips in it. It was the best, man. That was the best one. And then, of course, the chocolate Godiva cheesecake. Yeah, man. A 3-year veteran, bro. I can tell you all about the
I
cheesecake.
bet you could, man.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
It was good talking to you. Have a good one. Keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Likewise, man. Have a good night.
Peace.
Yeah, peace. Shout out to Doug there. He's he always, shows support. He's got a twin. And another thing I know some people are gonna say, well, JR, he's a 6'3" black man. Of course he's gonna get chicks, even if he does stutter. You know what I'm saying? And height matters, but it's short dudes bagging him out here as well. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, he mentioned a few things about asking a woman out for dinner, which is usually for those who don't have time to play around. You go directly for it. You know what I'm saying? And another thing he got at was basically, woman has to feel safe. She's walking out and about a lot of times. She's not gonna feel safe if she's in a place like that, surrounded by people. You know what I mean? And you approach her that cold approach as he does. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, what you got to lose? You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with the, basically asking a woman out because you need company. I always tell men and women when I do coaching sessions, when you go out by yourself, that's usually when you meet that person or you meet someone cool. You know what I mean? And if you are afraid or apprehensive or scared to go out because you're just one of those people that don't like to go out by yourself, then you may be missing out on the love of your life. You may be missing out on your future wife, your future husband, because you're waiting on someone else to go with you so you can feel secure. Just my thoughts. You know what I mean? You could meet that person at that bar. Doesn't mean you got to be drinking either. You know what I mean? So that's just my thoughts on it in terms of that. But a lot of dudes do that. A lot of people do that. Ask them out, But he mentioned something also in terms of law of attraction, manifestation, whatever you want to call it, right? Resistance makes things stronger. So that's why dudes who really aren't pressed, when you aren't pressed, things fall in your lap. When you aren't looking for something, that's when you find it, right? That's how it typically goes. If you're not looking out, I'm looking, man, I'm trying to get some buns this evening, bro. And then you go home empty-handed. You put on this $400 cologne, this $1,000 outfit, you bought all these drugs, and you went home bunless, right? Because it's too much pressure instead of just relaxing. You go out with a woman with no expectations and you just out to have a good time and celebrate yourself. You never know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always say, when you just go through life and have a neutral outlook on things, or you're on that neutral vibe or frequency, then things just happen, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll fall in your lap. My man D Wiggs used to say that all the time. It will fall in your lap. You know what I mean? But where we're at, man. Let's see, we got some callers here. I said bunless. You heard it correctly. You will go home bunless and frustrated. Then you'll be on the hub and X vids, you know, trying to get right for the evening. Because you're coming on too strong. Don't think a woman can't tell when you're thirsty. She can tell when you're thirsty and living a bunless life. You know what I mean? So, but in terms of these upscale dinners, a woman, in my opinion, she has to earn it. Just my thoughts. And she has, I think a lot of women have to feel like they earned it too. Because other than that, it may be considered, as one young lady said, love bombing. It's a potential for future love bombing. Okay, we already talked about church, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, somewhere that requires a long drive. Yeah, that's a no-no. Unless you got a schedule. Nothing wrong with bowling, nightclubs, a date at nightclubs. Unless that's where you met them at. A lot of people like to take people where they met them at. I met you here, so I couldn't go wrong. I met you here. Why not go back here? You know, do we have any? I was just about to ask. I don't know if that's a lady that just called in. We don't have any women calling in here tonight. It's a bunch of guys, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I would love if some ladies call in here tonight and express their thoughts. You know, quit playing. Jazz club, nightclubs, hookah bar. Is men out there that still oh, I see you, Miss Randolph. I got kind of confused with the first and middle. You know, I usually see the mosaic thing on there. Yeah, I don't know if it's men out there still smoking hookah, but more power to you. A bar just drinks, Waffle House, sports events. Nothing wrong with that, man. Well, let's go ahead and bring on this next caller. Then I'm gonna bring on our first lady for this evening here. At 133 likes, man. Let's run it up to 200. We need to get about 200 likes. Quit playing. Let's go. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. All right. Y'all know I'm making a guest appearance, and y'all playing around. The mayor of the 313.
What up, though, bro?
What up, though?
How you doing?
Hey, man, all is well. How about yourself? I guess I don't need to ask where you calling in from, unless you relocate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. First of all, watch you for a long time, first time caller. So appreciate you having me up.
No worries, man. What you got this evening?
Well, a lot of people seem to forget that a lot of times that you don't have to go out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it fun. You got to make it interesting. And to me, what I do is what I stopped doing is I stopped going to dinner. I'm taking you to brunch.
Right.
I'm gonna take you to brunch because see, you out there, it's daytime and you get to see everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you ain't spending and then you're not spending all your money. So if it don't go well, you know, you can go about your way, she can go about her way, and you still got the rest of the day for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like this. If I'm making a day, you know, we gonna go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see where your mind at. I'm gonna take you to the gym. Then we can go out and do something else after that. You know, I want to do something fun. You know, I might say, hey, have you ever been to the gun range? Let's go to the gun range. You know, get some stress out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, horseback riding. Let's go. You know, yeah. You know, do something that don't require you breaking your pockets because now, you know, nowadays you go out, you spending almost $200-300. And then the thing about it is that she might not even want to be bothered with you. You know what I'm saying? And see, this coming from an older guy. You know, I'm 54. You know what I'm saying? So all that taking you to Root Chris and Papados, and you gotta, you know, just like how you work for a company, you gotta earn that. You know, that seniority. Man, you gotta earn that seniority to get taken out to places like that. You know, I'm sorry. That's just how I am. I learned my lesson when I was young, buck like you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now I understand. Yeah, it's one of those things, man, that you just have to do what what works for you. You know what I'm saying? If what you can
Right, right.
afford, but if you making mistakes all your life and keep taking L after L, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Then
Exactly. You
then
got to learn.
that's
You
not a
got to
good
learn your
situation.
lesson. You got to learn your lesson. But
Yeah.
that's all I just wanted to say. I know you got a whole lot of people that want to chime in and all that. That's just my spiel on. I appreciate you having me up there, brother.
No worries, man. Thanks for calling in and landing that plane.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Have a good one.
Hey, be easy.
Peace.
All right. Be easy like Sunday morning and shoplifting. We're gonna bring on Miss Randolph here, the first lady for the evening. I don't know why the ladies be all in the chat, but they don't be want Fuddruckers. That's a good one. Somebody didn't a celebrity buy like all the Fuddruckers? I think recently. This is like a few months ago, or maybe earlier this year. It was some celebrity bought. I thought they went out of business, but I think it was some celebrity bought the chain, the entire franchise. Excuse me, whatever you want to call it.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing this evening?
I'm fine, thank you, and thank you for bringing me up. It's interesting because I posted the same list that you're going through right now. I did a video about that, but I also did a video about the woman from Cheesecake Factory. And in as much as people, mostly women, are saying it's a skit, my question, my statement is, so what?
Yeah.
So what if it's a skit? Because there's enough behavior like that it was believable. So I've said it before on these platforms. Me and my husband, we've been together for 5 years. Our first date was at a burger joint in a movie.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Yeah.
And suffice it to say, we've gone to many fine dining places, restaurants, different gifts and all that kind of stuff. But the point is, I wanted to get to know him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you have women, and again, this is just my opinion, when you have women that are dead set on these types of things like we saw in this video, it sends a couple of messages. One, that you are selfish, pretentious, and self-centered. And or two, you're not used to anything.
That's right. That's right.
And I did a video, and my sisters didn't like it, but I'm just going to keep it real with you. And I'm 56 years old, so I've made my share of mistakes, but I've never been that person that measures a man by what restaurant he takes me to, because I want to get to know him.
Right.
And my second date with my husband was at the grocery store when he took me to the grocery store. So I think, ladies, if you want to be in a relationship and you really want to be in one, you need to act like you have some damn sense. You just do.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for the women, that if there are women that are listening, I mean, if the goal is to get to know the person, as long as the place is safe, clean, and what difference does it make where you go on your first date?
Mm-hmm.
What difference does it make?
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of men could be just picking these places to see where your head is and to determine if they even want to see you again.
Yeah, facts. This is that's a test right there.
So sure. That's all I want to share. I think we're losing out because, and I think we can thank social media, reality TV, and this trash music for the creating these monsters that we're dealing with, that y'all are dealing with. That's what this is about, because everybody want to be a starra.
Not a starra.
Yes.
With the extra R.
Yeah. And that's just not life. But thank you for having me, and good work.
Thank you for calling in, Miss Randolph. I appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Shout out to Miss Randolph for calling in. You know what I'm saying? That's a woman of experience speaking on that. And like she said, the hubby took her to the grocery store, to see what's going on, to see if she just buying a bunch of nuggets and nuggets, fries, and some wine coolers. To see if that's what she was about. I think that's it's an important thing, definitely, to to make the date meaningful, personal, and where I take you should have no effect. You know what I'm saying? On because I could take you to the finest restaurant and be putting the beaters on you, right? Not be emotionally available, you know, be serial cheater, and not have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. It could happen, but I think a lot of this stuff is about image. And if we're basing lifestyle, that's why I guess a lot of our younger women are so elated by trappers and scammers and all these temporary things that really don't mean anything. It's about a temporary, short-lived, instant gratification situation. And I think a lot of times both men and women, we know who we are dealing with for the day, for lack of a better term. But I think women try to convince themselves that this person will become he'll become something other than what he is. And dudes, I'm not saying that dudes aren't delusional too, but it could happen. But man, I've been on here over an hour now. Where we at with these likes, man, before I get up out of here? I just figured I definitely need to go live more often, because I didn't think that. Why is it 133? Nobody hit the like button since I said last time. 138 likes. We're supposed to have 200 by now. Sheesh. Bad investment. How would I deal with that Amazon chick if you was in the Indian dude's position? Because this all started when he was at her place. Well, I said in the video how I would deal with it. I'll never wait for a woman more than 5 minutes. That's just my opinion. I'm not gonna wait for you more than 5 minutes, especially if I already told you a time. Because you're waste when you are late and you don't have an excuse or anything, or if you flake on somebody or you just do all these things, when you disrespect someone their time, you're disrespecting them. If you don't value somebody's time, you're disrespecting them. That's how I take it. And I think anybody should take it that way. If somebody doesn't value your time and they just like either blow you off, or they're just like, I'll show up when I want to show up and all this stuff, then you leave. Because that person doesn't respect you. So I wouldn't have waited out there for her. I wouldn't have taken her any place. That would have been it. She would have had to come to me. And at that point, if there's anything to go further, she would have had to come to me and fix it. So that's just my opinion. Because you're creating a monster if she isn't already a monster. But a lot of dudes let women get away with. People let people get away with certain things, and that's why they think it's cool and they continue to do it. And a lot of the stuff is, is disrespect. Disrespect. You wouldn't. It's the whole thing that guys say. Would you go to work and conduct yourself in that way? You show up to work late. You show up to a job interview late. You do these things. You're not gonna look too good. You know what I'm saying? They probably not gonna hire you. But that's not how dating is looked at, these days as a interviewing and hiring process, especially if you're looking at me to be taking care of you, because I'm assuming you're not going to be taking care of me. You're hoping that I'm going to be taking care of you, and you're not. But I'm supposed to convince you why you should, let me take care of you. Right? That's what a date is, right? I'm supposed to convince you why I should let you. Anyway, I'm messing up my words, but I think we got one of the Jackson 5 up in here. Once again, let's go ahead and bring on one of the Jackson 5 in here. Jermaine, talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, JR?
Hey, how's it going? You in the shitter again?
No, this my building just has a lot of echo. It's where I work at.
Got you. You at work?
Yeah, I work overnight.
You in Atlanta, right?
Georgia, yeah, like more north in Atlanta, yeah.
Got you. Yeah. What's on your mind about this topic, Mr. Jackson?
No, I was wondering what's the difference between what we call dating today and the professional work. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the difference? Like, if these women want you to do $500 dates, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about 5-star restaurants, $500 dates, and it doesn't stop there. Like, it goes to, no man can date unless you pay this bill and you can buy me this bag and this and that. I don't see the difference. There's not much difference between the streetwalkers and the modern woman. So I have the question I really have, or what the question I want women to ask themselves is: are you basically, portraying yourself as a streetwalker? Like, what's the purpose of these expensive dates? I don't get it. Does it prove something? I don't. Where in the world does this expensive date prove something? So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think it's like a status symbol. You know.
I think so. Yeah.
It's like a status. It's a status thing. If I'm amongst this crowd or these people because I am of a certain caliber or of a certain status to be among be among this type of person. Because you'll have some women that'll take a date over a light bill being paid. They could be behind on their car note, and this goes back to what you're saying in terms of street walking or whatever. But she will go on a date before and the light bill and everything be behind or whatever, instead of just asking like, hey, I know that's fine and all, but hey, can you help me? Can you help me out with this light bill? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I don't know where this developed from. Like, there was a big stereotype on men back in the day that we used to use women, where like we're a bunch of players back in the day, and this might be some sort of revenge or something like that. But you know, I remember like my sister and her friends. Even though I heard my sister cry about a guy doing her wrong, I also heard my sister say, she has a man for every day of the week, or for a man for every purpose, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. It can't be that this is some kind of revenge feminism. You did it to us, so now you got to pay for it. I've heard that excuse before, but if this is the way women want it, I think it's gonna stay this way until they get older and they really feel like they're gonna be that cat lady. And so for real, a lot of women, they have to wait till they get old. They're never gonna learn until they're past the wall, so to speak. And that's the sad part.
yeah, that is I mean, it does happen, but you have to think there's this I forgot who quoted it, but it's one of those things where just imagine if you turned into Chris Brown or Drake or rest in peace, Michael Jackson overnight, right? And you had that type of pull or that access to women that they had.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how a woman, a fairly attractive woman, lives every day. She wakes up to that, the inbox.
Sure.
She wakes up. So a woman, if you live like a celebrity, and what I mean by that is she has the same sexual pull as a celebrity male. You tend to devalue the opposite sex or people just in general who are constantly telling you that, hey, I'm this, I'm that, you're this, you're that, you're incredible. I would like to take you out on a date, and so you have, as your sister said, every day of the week. You got to do for every day of the week and every day of the year. You can really do that if you wanted to. So, but that is finite, and humility comes with age. I mean, they say wisdom is supposed to as well, but it's not always the case. So that's you just have to, we have to think of it that way, especially within the social media era, that this is the nature of a fairly attractive woman, and even a woman that's not so attractive, she can still command some of these, you know, a fraction of that as a man you'll never see. You know what I mean? So that's how I.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only way to change this, because I know women are going to change. So the men to back out of that game and stop giving these women that kind of attention and money. But to call on men to do that with the amount of sex we have in the world, I don't even know if that's even possible, especially in America. Like this is, land of the Sims, especially black men. It's this, you know what I'm saying? That's the, Sims are made in the black community. But that's the only way to change it because women definitely not going to change until they feel it. So that's my message for today. We got to change it, or it's going to continue. Life can't go like this with a bunch of single parent homes and single people in the 40 years old in the club and all that stuff. Can't do that. Can't work with that.
Got you. Hey man, I appreciate you calling in.
Hey, I appreciate you, Gerald. Good show.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening.
Later. Appreciate Mr. Jackson there calling in. You know what I mean? But moral of the story, where you like to go. You know what I mean? You should be the leader, not the follower. Where you like to go. Just my thoughts. Can't bend over backwards and all these other things. Where you like to go, if that's somewhere you like to go, if you like to eat at nice places, you don't want to eat by yourself, follow what Doug said. Walk up to a random woman, compliment her, ask her, hey, would you like to go to dinner with me? You know what I'm saying? And keep it at that. So that's gonna be that. You feel me? But listen, where we at, man? Where we at with these before I get up out of here? 148. Almost at 150. Shout out to Enos. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go live more often. I keep saying that, man. I just need to get, I need to get my ish together, man. I haven't gotten it together on these live streams yet. Shout out to the mods. Appreciate you guys in the chat. I need to start announcing a little bit more earlier when I'm going live instead of these last minutes. But these are those hours, I guess, that a lot of you guys are, relaxed for the evening and things like that. So, you tuned in. These were the fresh and fit hours and the rest in peace, the Godfather hours. So I can see why a lot of you guys are online, Shout out to everybody. But yeah, I need to go ahead and prep for tomorrow. Get some editing going, man. And if you guys haven't right now, go ahead and follow me on Facebook. If you guys haven't already followed me on Facebook, follow me on TikTok also. The link is in the description of this video. If you're watching me on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? It's it's in my bio. If you're watching me on Facebook right now, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody, man. And I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. Look out for a new video, I guess around 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Facebook, y'all know I'm posting, constantly. What is it called on Facebook when you is it called push notifications? Is that what it's called? I guess you can do that. If you're on Facebook, I don't know how you do that, but hit the push notifications. You know what I'm saying? That way you get notified or you get the alert when I go live. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Man, this dude, yo, what you putting out a lot of bread this evening, man. Shout out to you. It's good for the RPM and the algorithm, though. You know what I mean? It's good for the RPM and algorithm. Shout out to everybody, man. But yo, that's the #1 mod right there. Jose Ramirez. You just coming up with all types of names. Two Newports and $3. All I'm giving. Yeah. Well, yo, I'm out of here, guys. You guys have a good night. Peace.